Hi everyone, welcome to my first video ever on YouTube, outside of like shorts and stuff, but holy crap.
In the midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine.
I can't believe that I am doing this, and today's video specifically is just gonna be a get ready with me, a little yapping session as I try to do this look that I'm gonna put right here. It's like this like snow princess, ice princess like makeup look that I have been seeing going around and I want to recreate it. So that's what I'm going to be doing as I'm going to be talking. I thought that I was going to make like a very, what's it called? Like elaborate first video, but honestly, the most like normal form of content that I can make that really shows who I am is a video where I'm literally just talking. Because that is what I do. All of the products that I'm going to use today are going to be in the description below. And hi guys. It is, if I'm not mistaken, it is like January 7th. If I'm not, let me double check. Yeah, it is Tuesday, January 7th. It is the first day of my college semester and will be like my final year in theory for like medical school. After that, I do a year of hospital and then I'm a doctor. Mentally not prepared to be a doctor, even though like I've been doing this for like 5 years, but like, or even longer technically. But I've been doing it for so long and I like mentally can't process that like there will be like Dr. Mercier Loose like at some point. Mentally not here enough to be able to like grasp that. But while I am in this year, I've also decided to start posting online. Like I have this channel and I've had this channel since I was like, I want to say like 12. And genuinely, I'm pretty sure I've been wanting to post since I was 12. If you see me looking here, it's because my mirror is here. But I've been wanting to post on social media since I was like 12, since it was like the era before like literally all of the niches where people were bringing their like regular videos on YouTube. Anyway, the the first post that I ever put on like my Instagram, it was basically an intro to my Instagram. And I cried to my boyfriend for literally 30 minutes because I was so scared at what people could possibly think of me, but also genuinely just like it was like some deep rooted fear. And it came with a lot of like, what's the right word? Mm, Lack of courage, lack of confidence. I think that was the, I guess, that's the conclusion that I came up with. Like, it was a lack of confidence that I had like deep rooted in me. And so I genuinely was like afraid of putting myself out there. And I think that's why I never posted beforehand. It was because like I didn't believe in myself enough to be able to put myself out there and my like my own crafts and my own art and everything. I just didn't believe in myself enough. And it wasn't until like genuinely I cried to my boyfriend. He said the video was great and like my concepts and my ideas are great and just some pep to like posting. And I texted my best friends, like the ones who have known that I've been wanting to post and to create social like just any type of social media content. Like I texted them and I sent them the video as well. And I was like, it's probably garbage and I don't know if I should post it or not. And my friends literally were just like, girl, if you don't just post, like you've been wanting to do this for so damn long, why not just post it? Like, what do you really have to lose except for like you have more to lose if you don't post it than if you do. Because at the end of the day, if you don't post it, it doesn't go anywhere and you never know. But if you do post it, like you can open up a new set of opportunities of literally just outlet expressive like forms of like getting your stress out. Like there is literally only endless like good when you post versus endless what ifs if you don't. So just do it. And I posted it and I was getting such positive reinforcements and feedback and everything shortly after. It was kind of crazy for me. It might not be the biggest thing in the world for other people to have, like, a couple thousand views on something, or 30, 40 likes, or like, under 100 followers on an Instagram page. But like, I started it this week and I'm getting such good amount of feedback, and genuinely building like a little community where we're actually talking to each other about just all the things that we have uh kind of set up and ready in our minds for 2025. And that's kind of beautiful. I don't know. Like, I'm beyond grateful for everyone who has posted something about my page, or has commented on my page, has liked my page, has gone and viewed my page. Like, genuinely, just, I'm so grateful for the entire experience, and I would have never had it if I didn't just click record, do the video, edit a little bit on CapCut, and then like post it. Why did it take so long? Why did it take so many years for me to be like, you should do this? In my head, a lot of it came from literal self-doubt and genuine fear for what people have to say. And that's something that I guess this year I'm completely like stemming away from. I was just like, you know what? I have one life, and last year I had lost some family members, and that really changed my life when it came to like perspective. I was genuinely like bombarded with the idea that, oh, I'm not going to be here forever. My parents are not going to be here forever. My grandparents aren't going to be here forever. Like, it really impacted my way of thinking. And I had been promising myself for, like, I was like, at age 25, I'm going to post my first video. At age X, Y, and Z, I'm going to post my video. And LOL, like, I did not post. And the time that I chose to post didn't have anything to do with my age, you know? And it's kind of crazy that that was my reality. I didn't expect me to get the courage and the balls. And last year was really a year of like realization that we really do not have unlimited time in this world. We really do not have like, things. We shouldn't be waiting for anything. We really shouldn't. We should start doing the things that we love. We should start doing the things that we've been dreaming about now, because genuinely we might not have tomorrow. Like, I lost a very, very, very like old friend that was that we met in like middle school, and it was a freak accident. And I wasn't able to go to the visual or anything because I was out of the country. And I just thought about that, the fact that we're like probably a couple months apart in age, and he's no longer here, and I am, and I can't take advantage of like the day to day. Like, I need to take advantage of the day to day because we could literally not be here tomorrow. So sorry to make this like super, I guess, moody. I'll go back to like another topic in a second, but like, and I don't want to hold on to this topic for too long. But my biggest motivation to start my channel was simply getting over the fact that people were going to see me, because people are going to see me regardless. People are going to judge regardless. People are going to think and say whatever they want regardless. And it has been too long of me like literally um muting myself for the sake of like acceptance, and also because I'm too tired to do something. Life is too short. So make sure that the day counts. So the next topic that I'm going to be talking about is goal setting, system setting, habits, habit tracking, things like that. With the idea of like new year, new me, we obviously get a lot of the like having exceptionally long goal lists, which I'm definitely not above that. I have an exceptionally long goal list of things that I want to get done. I think we tend to put the pressure on ourselves to be able to accomplish the goal list that we have for the year within the first couple of months of the year. And as time has gone on and I have, aged, I have realized that genuinely, I cannot sit here and expect myself to get the goals that I had put for myself for the year in literally the first 2 weeks of um the year. Like, I can't be like, the year is going to be so bad because I didn't get something done, or I didn't have the perfect system set up to make sure that the goal was accomplished within the first month of the year. I was gonna have this video of me like doing an entire series of like cleaning and prepping for the year. And then as I was cleaning and prepping for the year, there were so many moments where I got completely overwhelmed with the fact that I had to one, clean as much as I did and organize and just kind of like do a spring cleaning, but for the year. I realized that this is probably not the content that I really want to put out as my first video. I think I wanted to give a way more personal view of who I was before I sat there and like made a video of a concept that I wasn't too like confident in. I want to put out content that I am fully confident in, like my production, you know? And that's kind of why like I'm fully confident that I know that I'm going to be able to yap my butt off about certain topics. So this time around, my like goals and my systems and my habits are going to be based off of realistic standards for what I want to accomplish in a day and in a week, in a month, you know, because even though there's like a set schedule for what my classes are supposed to be every week, that doesn't mean that there aren't holidays where we have to like put classes at a different time. There aren't like situations where, you know, I have to go to a hospital at a certain time instead of another time because it works better in this schedule. Like, there are going to be unforeseen things that are going to happen this semester that obviously I have to account for when I am setting my like systems in place, because certain systems that I want to put in place do involve time management and like setting specific times to do specific things. I think I'm going to have like a bit of a different approach because I want to also make sure that what I'm doing in my day makes sense for that day. So there are going to be days like Mondays where I genuinely, girl, Mondays, the way that I look at my schedule, it's looking like a day where I go to all of my classes and come home and sleep. Like, I have to be realistic, even if that means that it might be a little bit of a setback for the types of systems that I'm trying to create. So my goals will get accomplished. My systems will be in place. My habits will slowly start trickling in as the days go on. So I know that even though my goal is to have X, Y, and Z habit like had and established, it doesn't mean that each habit that I want to establish is going to happen, you know, all in one go. I sadly have come to realization that I cannot predict that at all. So yeah, now I'm about to get into the eye look. I don't know if I should like zoom in a little bit. I think I'm gonna zoom in. Y'all get real close up personal with me. I'm going to be doing the eye look now, and the first thing that I'm going to go in with is my NYX Jumbo. Is that my hair? Anyway, my NYX Jumbo eye pencil, because it's going to be like a white base. So that's also why I made my base layer be a little bit more lighter than I usually do, because I kind of want that little snow princess look. One of the other topics that I wanted to mention in this video specifically, because it's my intro video, is like facing difficulties and not losing hope that things are going to get better. So, one of the things that I want to really touch on and talk about through every topic is the idea of things, just because things don't work out exactly how you envision them to work out, does not mean that the year is going to be thrown away and things aren't going to happen and things aren't going to, you're not going to see your dreams and your hopes come into fruition. I feel like just because things don't happen immediately, we should not ever, uh, you know, lose hope and lose faith in ourselves. I feel like last year I lost so much faith in myself, especially when it comes to the difficulties of my career. Um, I mentioned it in a post on my Instagram where hard and long doesn't just refer to the semester being hard and long. It refers to the fact that like there are so many other obstacles that happen in your like genuine regular everyday life that also impede on your ability to be like your best self at all times and you're the most best student. And because I'm in a rigorous career, I constantly have the feeling that I am not supposed to be there because there are people who are doing much better than me. And like, I feel like I have the expectation of the world on my shoulder to obviously perform well. And of course, I want to perform well because I want to make sure that the lives that are in front of me are in the best care possible. But I don't think that that means that you have to memorize every single fact in the world about every single body part that you know. Like, you are also not a computer, and there are things that you're going to forget. And there are teachers that are going to be like, how do you not know this? When they have been doing that specific part of the career for the last, 2 decades. And you, who read the book, in the middle of the night before, like, having to call it quits because you're genuinely exhausted, might have like skipped over certain details. Like, you cannot be robotic when it comes to learning. And those who can, do it really well, and who are able to memorize and do that like super well, like, props to them. That's amazing. I really wish like, I really wish I was that perfect student. I really wish things could work out for me and my brain in a way where I can set certain things in place where I can make it a little bit not so difficult. I guess I'm definitely gonna have to do this because I feel like it's a bit blotchy. So that's what I'm doing right now. But anyway, I wish it wasn't always so difficult in my brain for myself, but like, that's just the reality of things. Like, I'm not gonna be the perfect student, and I need to get out of the thought process that I need to be the perfect student. I need to be the perfect, like, I need to read every single book front to back in order to provide good services to my patients. Like, if you come to me, I want you to feel like you are looked at, that you are a person, that you're valued, that I don't like value the insurance that you have. And I want to make sure that I do things, and I look at every patient kind of like as if they were a parental figure, or my own niece or whatever. Like, I want it to always be personal for me. And I think I have the right intentions. And even though I don't always execute the best grades in the planet, though I'm trying to set up systems and habits for that to be better this time around, it doesn't mean that I can't be a good. I talk a lot about difficulties and unnecessary amounts of stress that I put on myself that have led to like literal like hospital visits slash home IV sessions in order to get through certain things. I've taken off a couple of days of school during the semester, simply to recoup with certain news and certain things that have happened. One of my friends in one of my posts literally put like praying and, like having a genuinely good cry session. Y'all see this? It's kind of eaten. It's kind of eaten. But I want to add like a little bit of a base layer, so I'm going to use this over here. But then this shimmery is also Ian. So we'll see which one I actually like, what it looks like. The difficulties of, I guess, believing in yourself and thinking that you can do everything that you set your mind to, and that the expectation you have on yourself should not be based off of the expectations that others have on you and others have on themselves, really kind of changes your perspective on exactly what you should be accomplishing. I think keeping in mind the fact that people probably project onto you what they expect from themselves, and their disappointment or their judgment on your life and what you do has nothing to do with you. Because at the end of the day, whether you meet their expectations or not, you are still going to be you, and they're still going to be them. And your like perspective on yourself shouldn't have anything to do with what other people's opinions on you, like it just, how do I like, sometimes it's hard to communicate what I'm trying to say in my head. Again, that's why I'm a yapper. um and I don't clearly say things exactly how I want to say them. But what I mean by this is that people may say a lot of things, and people may think a lot of things, and have a perceived notion on who you are and how you are as a person, as a student, as a worker, as all of the things that you, or all of the roles that you play in society. And I think one of the most discouraging things that happen is that we let their like version of who you should be dictate who you are. Like, girl, mind your business. Like, genuinely, who are you to tell me who I am supposed to be? And I'm gonna quickly reference one of my first semesters in medicine. Genuinely one of the first semesters and the worst semesters for me, between I think the first and second semester of my of entering medicine, was because I had a couple of teachers, a couple of professors that were not the nicest people on the planet. They had a lot of expectations for themselves and for the medical career and for, incoming medical students. And that pressure and that unnecessary charge on, or unnecessary expectation on me, especially because I'm just getting started. I'm new to this. I don't know exactly what study method should be the perfect study method for me. I didn't know that, I had to read, 800 pages in a night in order to fulfill an expectation from, the professors that I just met. But they had said a lot of nasty, discouraging things about what they expected from themselves and from other medical, uh, personnel. And for me, I thought that all of those things that they were speaking, all of the things that they had projected, were directly aimed to me. Even if they were saying it in front of the class to the whole class or whatever, I felt so personal, And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I felt incompetent. I felt like I didn't belong and that I didn't deserve the place that I got. And, I didn't deserve the uh career that I was in, because my GPA wasn't perfect. And you know, I go to a Spanish speaking school and I am very, very clearly not a native Spanish speaker, uh, because of many, many, you know, expectations. I felt like what they were saying was directly targeted to me, and all of their expectations, all of the things that they had going on with what they believed should be the standard, is something that I convinced myself was the standard. And I told myself that I did not meet the standard and I did not belong in medicine. And from there, it really set the tone for that year and for the years in medicine that I've had. And I'm slowly but surely getting out of that very, very toxic mindset that I needed to fulfill their expectations, because their expectations versus many other professionals that I've met that are extremely good and extremely nice have a completely different mindset on what we should know, what we shouldn't know, who we should be as doctors. They, I have met such beautiful and kind souls that have given me obviously hope and faith that I do belong and I should be doing it simply because I am doing it and simply because I want to be. But for some reason, I let the negative comments be the ones that I paid attention to for so long. And I can't do that. No one should do that. No one should have their main motivation to do things be the negative comments and the negative expectations of you not being able to do things. You know how people say do things to prove them wrong? I don't want to do things to prove anyone wrong. I want to do things to prove myself right. To prove that I was the person that believed in myself and actually got things done because I put my bet on me. And my expectation for myself was that I was going to accomplish something and I accomplished it. That's who I want to strive to be, the person that I want and the person that I know that I can be. And I think for a really, really long time, y'all, it's a little difficult to be talking and doing this liner. So I might not be the best makeup artist or makeup girly, but I think I eat. I also think I eat every time. So let's be honest here. I am the biggest fan of me, and I am so proud of myself for saying stuff like that, because when I was younger and all throughout my life, that was not my point of view. One of the things that I want to say that I am super proud of accomplishing was the fact that I can boast about myself, think about myself in a way that's much better than I have, especially during my super bad depressive episodes. Um, when I was younger, I used to when I was really young, my parents used to be like, "You used to say all the time that you were awesome. What happened?" And I genuinely believe was that the change for me was simply that I decided to start letting people and people's opinion of me dictate what I felt about myself. And I'm super proud of the fact that now in my life, genuinely the opinions that I care about are of people who are constantly bringing me up, constantly giving me the confidence to be who I am, enjoy who I am without expecting more. or expecting the world from me tell me that I can be and do anything that I put my mind to. Um, People who are just constantly on my side, and being on my side doesn't mean that they gotta tell me that I'm always right or that things that I say or things that I do are always perfect, because that's not true. Um, I definitely make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes I even judge things in a light that I'm probably not supposed to, and I get called out on it. Axel calls me out. My boyfriend calls me out. Like, what's it called? And then I also have like really good friends like Sally and Sopal, who like are people that, you know, when you have like perfect cup of coffee, like you just sit and you're like, ooh, yeah, they are my perfect cup of coffee. Like, Jesus, I love those people so much because I get to sit down and talk with such extraordinary people who believe in me and who trust in me and who say that like I'm worth it and everything. And I'm gonna sit here and waste my time thinking about the people who literally tell me that I don't belong here and I'm blah blah blah. Why would I do that? There are so many amazing people who think that I'm also like amazing. So why would I believe in the people who don't? That makes no sense. Like, why would I sit there and give the time of day to somebody who believes that they're better than me or that I'm horrible or that whatever? Like, I'm better than nobody. I am better than the person that I was when I was younger. That's the best I can do. I am better than the person that I was yesterday. I am better than the person that I was X amount of years ago. I'm not totally done, by the way. Like, it's giving Snow Princess, but I have to, like, give the final touches, of course. But as long as I am better than who I was and better than, and know a little bit more and want a little bit more out of life and, you know, I'm accomplishing something, you know, for me, then that's all I need in my life. I don't need to sit here and pay attention to people who, you know, discourage me, because one, it doesn't serve them anything. Them discouraging me literally changes nothing for their outlook besides the fact that, I don't know, they decided that they wanted to ruin someone's day or ruin someone's life. I don't know. Like, I guess their outcome, their preferred outcome in life was that, you know, they can discourage people from being in the same career as them, I guess. I don't know. Girl, there's this quote that I put. Let me read it to y'all. You know those Instagram reels that will give you like a snippet of a show? There was this quote that this one woman said. It was like a trans lady. It's a trans show. Y'all, I need to know what show it is because I need to watch it. But she said, the pain of your disapproval will no longer distract me from going after everything I deserve in this world. The pain of your disapproval will no longer distract me from going after everything I deserve from this. Like, say it any louder. That resonated with me so much because not only did I relate to that because of the things that I've chosen in my life, the feelings that I have felt towards what people have told me about myself or what people expected from me or whatever, but it resonated with me because I think the fear that I had and the fear that I have of failing comes from a place of like the fear of publicly or privately disappointing someone. And that disappointment has led to like an immense amount of guilt and the immense feeling of guilt when I choose me over someone's negative like view of me. So deciding that I'm going to be like believing in myself and like getting everything I want because I believe in me, and the only person that I'm going to satisfy, the only person that I should be worried about disappointing is myself, literally completely changed the idea of me, you know, not accomplishing things, what I should be doing, what I should not be doing. Girl, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. I'm gonna do everything that I want because who's gonna stop me? Me? Girl, no, not anymore. I'm not stopping myself from doing absolutely anything. I deserve everything and then some because I told myself I did. And I think that's enough of a reason in order to do uh what the hell I want to do, you know? My outlook this year is so different than the years prior. And I think it was literally simply because I decided to make up my mind on posting and starting to look into my craft and doing things without knowing and doing things without having the expectation of being perfect. Genuinely, my positive outlook has come from the fact that I don't expect myself to, one, not fail, but two, to always be perfect. Just because I didn't fail doesn't mean that I did it perfectly, but just because what's called I did it perfectly doesn't mean that it's inevitable for me to fail. So this year I came in believing in me, and hopefully as the weeks go by, it stays that way because I really love the outlook that I have, and I think I really have never had it. I lined my lips with the Huda Beauty warm brown. Warm brown. It's so bad. Oh my god. But it kind of gives like icy queen chola. That was not what I was going for, but period. I'm going to be ending the yapping session here. I do want to say so much thanks to everyone who's watching, to everyone who's going to watch, to every single person on the planet of Earth who is living their true selves, who is doing everything unapologetically. I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you to all of the positive people and the positive influences that have literally made me who I am. And have forced me out of the little hermit that I was in. I finished. I am so excited to put this out. Um, Obviously it's not going to be perfect, and never did I think that I was going to make a perfect first video. Never did I think I was going to make a video at all, to be honest. So the fact that I am doing it is extremely like self-fulfilling. And I just want to say thank you to every single person who stayed till the end, who skipped through, who only watched a couple seconds. I don't care. I'm just so happy that you decided to click on my video and watch and be interested in my face, at least for a second. Thank you so much for listening to me yap. Thank you so much for just being alive. I'm so happy to be able to put out content and actually like accomplish a dream that I have been putting on the back burner, just ignoring it and ignoring my own self and my own like spirit telling me what I should, actually be doing. And so thank you so very much for being a part of this. And as obviously my quality of my videos get better, the editing gets better, things like that, I hope you come along in this journey. This is the first and the last time that I get to say welcome to my channel. It's my first video ever. So yeah. Bye.